What's your sort of your outlook for small caps going forward for the rest of the year? Because we've had a pretty difficult and challenging last 3 years.
That's absolutely right. I mean, when I've spoken to you before, Paul, I've always talked about globalization evolving to nationalism and protectionism, and I think that's very obvious now. And the whole point about that is, whereas we had zombies which survived during globalization, the problems with nationalism, protectionism generally is there'll be winners and losers. And there will be losers, unfortunately, but that will mean more winners. And that's great news, actually, bizarrely, because it means the winners win disproportionately, but the losers, unfortunately, lose out disproportionately. And so it's very, very good for markets, very, very good for small caps where they can hopefully win. And what's been interesting, really, just in the last weeks and months, is actually the FTSE 100 is beginning to break out. And we've been talking about that's happening. When I say breakout, it's outperforming, the large mega caps in the US, the S&P 500, all of that kind of stuff. Why is that happening? It's not because people love the UK. It's because nearly everyone's got a lot of capital growth, particularly very large positions in a narrow range of sectors. And just at the margin, with this uncertainty, the open-ended uncertainty of Trump, you're beginning to get people buying some equity income stocks. Only at the margin. Local sellers, of course, continue. International buyers are coming in. FTSE 100 starting to outperform. And we think that's just the start. We think it's going to carry on and on and on. And most particularly, small caps haven't been part of that trade. International buyers aren't going to buy small caps in a hurry. But you are seeing this differential between large caps taking off, small caps at this stage not taking off. And there'll be a big catch-up trade, not just because small caps are very lowly valued, not just because mainstream UK stocks are very unvalued, but because that differential gets so wide. And many of the winners are going to be the stocks we're going to be talking about, where the opportunities are, even if there is a slowdown in global growth, even if there's a potential recession, even if some companies do end up becoming insolvent, particularly some of the zombies, then basically that's going to give more opportunity to small caps. So I'm upbeat. I've been more upbeat now than I've been for 30 years. It's all coming in as hoped. And so, yes, we only need the starting pistol, and it's going to be very exciting.